row. And they're all learning lessons in terms of the caliber of team that you're playing at that, at the top of the West that's been established, has been there before, and, good measuring stick for us. So 7-6, we're obviously, in a good position, but we have to be able to put a couple of these in a row to really prove that this is who we can be and who we are. And, that's the challenge in this league every night. No matter who you're playing, you got to really fight for a win.
Richard, it's your old teammate, Steph Curry. What do you think the significance was of this win for Golden State?
Well, just really quickly, right? Let's look at their record. If let's say hypothetically Klay was playing, that's a 10-3 team, right? I know. I'm just saying.
I live in the real world.
No, but I'm saying but the 7-6, this is kind of right where they should be. They should be in that 7-8 spot, and if they were fully healthy, they could be at the 2-3 spot. So I'm glad, but for a while they weren't playing like this. This is a team that's very capable of beating anybody on a given night. The lesson that I think they learned here is that they have so many young players, and as long as they keep fighting, if they can stay close in games, the last 5 minutes, now you have Steph, now you have the guys that can really close games. So it's just for them, they got to keep it within a range, in that last 5 minutes.
I really believe that the key to this team is Oubre, because you know what Steph is going to give you. Wiggins, he's somewhat starting to be more consistent, but Oubre, if he can give them consistent numbers between 15 and 18 a night, this team is going to be dangerous. He does all the little things. He can guard your best player. He's a slash. And if he starts knocking down some threes consistently, then that's what's going to make the Warriors scary. He has to go back and look at this game. And this is what you take from this. Like, Oubre, if you become a consistent player for us, we're going to win a lot more games.
And look, Steve Kerr has gotten a lot of questions about possibly shifting the starting lineup. He has not wanted to do that. But he did make a change last night in the substitution patterns for Wiggins and Oubre, and basically gave Oubre more space without Steph on the floor, more opportunities to have that. Do you think that that's the kind of thing that can get him going more?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're always going to go back to, hey, we just beat the defending champs. Now, I know the Lakers didn't look like their Lakers selves, but it's a start in the right direction. It gives them confidence. So, Oubre, if you're watching this, look at these tapes. Stay aggressive. Both ends of the court. You can bring this team a lot of wins with just your energy and your consistency on the offensive end. And so hopefully this is a sign of things to come, and Steve Kerr can put him in positions to where he could be successful.
Yeah, and don't try and prove anything. We know, Kelly Oubre didn't start off the season shooting well, but you are a slasher that can shoot. You are not a shooter that can slash, right? No, there's a difference, right? There is a very big difference. So continue to slash, continue to get dunks, continue to do all the things and shoot free throws and do all the things and play defense. You do those things, then your jump shot is an addition to what you can do. Don't go out there and be like, oh, I'm 0 for 6, and now you're not slashing, now you're not dunking, now you're not playing defense.
Right.
Once you change your mentality from that space, that's when I think Kelly Oubre can become more consistent, because he's not worried about that, because that's just an addition to his game.
All right. I want to move over to Houston. Let's get to Victor Oladipo. Impressive in his Rockets debut last night. Dropped 32 points, 9 assists. Now, the Rockets did lose to the Bulls. Victor sounded much different, let's say, than just James Harden did after his last Rockets game. Take a listen.
Our better days are ahead of us, definitely.
Not even close, honestly.
Our better days are ahead. Everyone just stay patient.
We're just not good enough.
But our better days are ahead. This is only the beginning.
Obviously, chemistry, talent-wise, just everything, and it was clear.
We can even be better, honestly.
I literally, have done everything that I can.
I'm happy. I'm definitely happy.
The situation is crazy. It's something that I don't think can be fixed.
The sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah, thanks.
So two very different assessments of the Rockets by two All-Stars. Now, I will say, James, what he's looking for to do at this point in his career is win a championship, and that is his line, whereas Victor is looking to refine his form and play well and compete, and obviously advance deep into the playoffs. And I am not saying Victor doesn't want to win a championship, but it is a little different situation.
Goals are definitely different on both sides. But check this out. When I get rid of James Harden, I'm happy to see this type of performance.
Yes.
A guy that I can say, hey, Victor Oladipo was an all-star in this league. Hopefully he can regain that form. But you come off that superstar, you want to see something in return. And he showed him something last night because you have Wall. He's going to come back. You're going to have
he didn't play last night.
DeMarcus Cousins. Hopefully he can give you something. So, silly for this team is playoffs, which I don't think this year they'll make. But when you get an accusation like that, acquisition.
Yes.
Acquisition like that, then you're happy with what you got in Oladipo.
You know, at the end of the day, like you wanted James to be there. You wanted all the things to work out, but it didn't. But the good news is when people show up with the right attitude and the right mentality, it's like, okay. All right. It doesn't matter what our future is or where we're going. People have the right mentality. People want to be here. People are excited to be here. And Victor Oladipo is talented. They have a lot of talent on that team. They can make the playoffs. Like you said, I think that's the ceiling for this team. Whether they do this year with all the changes, it might be difficult. But look, this is
got a lot.
a lot. Currency. That's what they call it, currency.
Our researcher Michael Schwartz it felt like he was like a beautiful mind moving all of these around on the table here. It is a lot. And look, you know what? All three of those guys you mentioned, John Wall, Biggie Cousins, Victor Oladipo, they're all fighters, man.
Mm-hmm.
These are guys who had various injuries over the years that they could have just kind of faded, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Victor, his start in the NBA was not what people expected in Orlando. And I just think that we have seen all three of these guys fight back over and over and over again. I'm interested to see them fight back this time. All right, guys, coming up on the show, teams like the Knicks and Warriors won yesterday. Currently sitting at the top 8 in their conferences, but
Please.
maybe a little more funny than that.
I don't know what am I making missing? It's a make or miss league. Cut that.
Probably just tired from last year.
He hasn't been playing. Make trampolines. Spurs Blazers. Derek Jones Jr. Getting way up to block.
Oh,
the shot.
wow. Look out below.
Right?
Oh.
So does Jones remind you of slam ball, Richard?
First of all, I don't quite remember slam ball, but it looks like
I
he's
think
jumping
he
off
could jump off a trampoline. That's what
Yes.
slam ball
Yeah.
was, right?
Oh, I remember this.
Remember?
Yes. I actually described, somebody was like, what's it like to be able to jump? And I was like, have you ever seen slam ball? That's what it's like to have bounce, ladies and gentlemen.
They need to bring that back.
Look at this.
But it's crazy
Look at
because he
that.
jumped like 4 seconds early, anticipating the block shot.
That's a good spot right
You
there.
just grab it, man. People underestimate. It's so much more impressive when you just grab a ball out of air.
This should be the new dunk contest right now.
That would be fun. Miss reciprocation. Bucks Nets. Harden Euro stepping his way to the layup.
It's just too easy.
Then gives the ref a little good game pat there.
That's not me.
Mark.
Mark Davis, don't let him do this to you, Mark. Mark doing all them
Now your
push-ups and
boy
lifts.
Tom Brady, Paul, high-fived a ref earlier in the weekend, or at least
I
tried
tried
to.
to.
Not having that.
They're not
Right?
having that.
I accidentally
And
punched.
then,
That was personal, dog. No, the fact that they didn't find you. Like even Rashid's like, I've been wanting to do that forever. How'd you get away with it? Rashid was like, God.
if I knew we could do that, and you didn't even get thrown out of that game, Paul.
No, I was celebrating. I mean,
Yeah, come on, don't look at it, James. Oh, this
Yeah,
was
that didn't go so well.
Yeah. Yeah, TV. I
Props
said
to
that's
Bonds. I love that.
Illusion if he
Gwen.
does that.
All right, make winning Grizz Suns. Ja coming up with the clutch bucket.
Lefty never
Right?
had it.
And then look on the other end. Draws the charge on CP3. What do you think of that call, Richard?
Look, I'm surprised he's come back so healthy so quick. They had him
Early.
out for like a month
said
and a
3 to
half.
5 weeks, and he came back in 2.
Well, this is what happens when you're 23 years old. You can literally cut yourself and watch it heal.
You feel like Wolverine?
Yeah,
kind
you
of
can
thing?
literally watch your wound
This
heal.
kid is special, man.
Yeah,
it's
he
not
is.
going to be long before he's the best point guard in the league.
That's a statement.
No, seriously.
Well, who else
This
is
kid
taking it from
special.
him?
I'm just saying there's some people still in that
Well, Chris
queue.
Paul's 600 years old and still ball. Oh, come on, he's
And it's
balling.
only
He's
if
about
we
to be an
consider-
all-star
it's
again. I'm
only
just
if we
joking.
consider Luka. Is he a point guard?
Yes.
No,
he's a-
Luka's a point forward. Bron's a point forward.
All right.
No matter what position they're listed at or start at.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
point forwards.
Just checking. Missed contact. Back to Brooklyn. Harden gets caught underneath. Throws it through Brook Lopez's legs.
For a dunk.
DeAndre for
Like,
the
even he starts laughing at him.
Now, Paul, watch the replay and how closely it misses Brook.
Come on, see,
Like
but see, this is the thing. If Brook wasn't laughing and joking, he could have
Turned around and blocked the shot.
You
Come
blocked
on,
the
bro.
shot.
Stay focused, man.
Come on,
Stay in there.
Come on, you're battling for your life right now.
I would say that's a moment that might have required a minute of
Of reflection.
Yeah.
Oh man, it wasn't that close.
Come on.
It wasn't that close. Come on, James led the league in assists. He knows how to move the ball.
All right. Come on, man.
Come on now.
Make David Blaine. Wolves Hawks. Pick and roll basketball. John Collins rises for the one-handed oop. Levitation, Holmes.
Man, pay this man. Give him his money. Come on now.
If you don't, somebody will.
Yeah, pay this man.
Listen, you can always get him at a discount early. But look, he reached when you throw it to the top point of his
Right.
athleticism, that's what this one was nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, he knew it too.
Team's figuring it out.
Yeah, they're
it's fun
gonna
to
do-
watch them figuring it out.
Yeah.
They got a lot of new pieces.
Yeah.
I want
Young
them to
is
make the
still
playoffs
young.
so bad.
Yeah, really fun.
I
Well,
mean,
this I'm
come
like,
on.
so thrilled we have a
Bogdanovich
play-in
is out. Bogdanovich
this
got
year.
hurt, right? So he's yeah.
But this is a great team that's
Yeah,
an
that one
example
hurt
of
them
why
not
it's
having
fun to have
him.
a plan.
Yeah.
All right, time to run it back to the best one-handed alley-oops ever. Number 5, you knew
Iggy.
Allen Iverson was going to be in here. Iggy, woo!
Ooh, that long arm.
2006.
All right,
Yeah.
we got to have a Jefferson.
No. I wasn't a one-handed dunker like that. I wasn't catching lobs like that.
Woo!
Look at
I'll
this.
say this. If we have in-studio hosts who could be candidates for these topics we have, we should play them every time.
Oh, there
no,
we
look
go.
at this. Look
Number
at this.
4,
Ooh,
Derek Jones Jr. versus the Rockets.
ooh. Look at this.
One hand.
I think this was better than Iggy's.
Ooh.
That's why it's number 4.
Wow, that is the order of
Yeah,
how
I'll
I just realized that.
Yeah.
I'm taking
I'm
this.
sorry, I saw the number 4. I gotta see what's 3, 2, 1.
Let's see number 3, Kobe
Oh,
from
this was-
Esau.
Ooh, the 360. Ooh,
These are one-handed.
Come on.
ooh,
Come on, Mamba.
ooh. But is this better? Is this better than
That was
airplane modes?
probably the worst pass.
It's Kobe.
That was a terrible
That
pass.
pass was so bad.
Yeah.
It's Kobe. You get a little Kobe.
100%.
Right? All right, let's go all the way back. 1994, Grant Hill versus.
Oh, I remember this. This was in like one of his commercials. I swear.
This whole season was a commercial.
Grant Hill's a monster. Look at this. Take off, switch over to the left.
His daddy was an NFL receiver. You can see why.
Woo.
Nice.
Woo!
Okay, G.
Number 1, 2000,
Oh, yeah, this-
Vince Carter
Ooh.
versus the Clippers.
I forgot all. Hey, look.
Look,
Hey,
people,
that's
all the
it.
people that were talking trash,
it.
they were people talking trash about us because we were talking about Zion lost his hops, right? Like, look, Vince used to do this 3-4 times a night on everybody. Zion has that athleticism.
Okay, what was the point in playing with Vince where you just like stopped being slack-jawed and paused?
Never.
You just every time.
No, because it was like I grew up watching him dunk.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I could dunk a little bit. Then you see Vince and you're like, nah, I can't. That's another.
You
that's
grew
another
up watching him?
Well, yeah,
You're
when
not
I was-
that much younger than
I was in high school watching him in the Final Four.
There you
Then I
go.
was in college
All right.
watching him win the dunk contest. So when I
Right.
say I grew up, it's like 16, 17.
when Richard was but a wee lad.
Man.
Coming up, the Warriors rallied to an impressive win over the Lakers last night. We hit a little at the top of the show, but we'll take a deeper look. What can Golden State take from this win?